Oh, okay, don't worry about it. I'm used to projecting, okay? So I want to say on this, the weather worked for us. We were blessed, okay? And this is wonderful to look out and see all of you. We're here for a wonderful purpose. I see some people have on their snazzy hats and their jewelry for the photo, and others, you all came dressed up to show up in the photo that we're going to take, which is called Women for Hiram Monserrate. We are all here supporting Hiram because we know who he is and what he does and what he can do and will do for this community. Do we not?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why we're here. And we know that as women, we are strong, okay? We're going to leave here, spread the message. Some of us are going to volunteer and do, because we need people to do phone banks. I want to be transparent. There are those that do not want him in office, but we're going to continue down our path of doing what we need to do to get him in office. And that takes all of us making some effort. But today is the group picture, and you're going to have something to eat afterwards and talk and mix and get to know each other. I know a few of you may have to leave a little early, but all of you don't. You came here, you did what you had to do. Some of you went to worship, others worshiped in your homes, others did whatever you had to do in the morning, and I appreciate it totally that you made the effort from wherever you live to come here today. And so I'm not going to talk long like I sometimes can do. What I do is I tell Hiram, I don't know what to say. I can't talk. I'm tired. And then I go on and on and on. So I think I didn't. Oh, how could I miss you? Okay, Christine.
Yes.
Okay, Christine. I looked over at her, and she was here early also. Sammy was here early. People, it took a team to bring all of this together, and that's Aninda, who I annoyed to death, who's sweating and everything. So I'd like to bring on, there's gonna be some people, I don't know if all of you know who's running. There's some other people that are running in another district, like Rosa, who's running as a district leader, and then there's Richard Pacheco, and they're going to come up and say a few words to you. They're not going to be long, but I'm so glad you're sitting in the shade. Don't you think this was a nice little park to have this in? Okay? We get cross breezes, and people are looking that live here, because I've never seen this many people, and I've lived in this neighborhood over 50 years and never seen this many people in this park, okay? So I was calling it, yes, now, it's wonderful. It's going to give other people ideas. So thank you again for coming, and I hope you enjoy the company and smile for the photo or do whatever you want for the photo. And the fact is, you're present, and being present says more than 1,000 words, okay? So I would like to introduce, he said 1 minute, for me to keep talking because he's taking pictures.
I'm having an event now. What's up?
So I know some of you told some other people. Nira, you're on the phone calling your friend. That's one of the recruiters. You know, you call up and say, Nira, bring 9, 10 people. I mean, every time you speak to her, you raise the number again. So, and she's so loyal in that manner. Who did I forget that really? Toma. Toma's done a wonderful interview. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, and what is the name of it, Toma? Okay, Toma Lama, and she did a wonderful interview with Hiram, and it's on YouTube. So make sure that you have a chance. And there's a lot of Hiram. Go to his website. Because if a neighbor or something asks you, what about if a
Not working.
It's not.
Not working.
Now I've got 2 mics.
Go like this, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Raise the volume. Raise the volume.
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Hello? I talk much better without it. I'm doing right. I don't need to be mic'd, believe me.
No, I think it's cool.
Yes.
I don't need to be mic'd. Okay, listen, I've spoken to 200 people in a room when I used to work for a union, so you know my lungs are still good, okay? And my voice is loud. And I talk loud anyway. Some people tell me, why are you talking so loud on the phone? Okay, so I'd like to thank anybody I didn't thank. Santi has been very instrumental in our media outreach. If you know of any, this is what I have to say. I asked people before, it's very important that we get into the community newspapers. So if you know of any community newspapers besides the Queens Chronicle and others, please, you have my phone number from the text we sent you. Text me and let me know. Okay, please pick up the newspaper. Find out who the editor is. If not, and we need it from all communities. Okay, please. Right now we are in the Nespali, yes, newspaper, and we hope to get in other newspapers. So are you ready,
Yep.
Mr. Assemblyman?
We're just gonna-
Okay. Oh, he's wearing his lucky tie today. I
Okay.
love that tie.
What's
Here
the
we
lucky?
come. Our next assemblyman of the 35th AD, Hiram Monserrate. You all
right,
know
all
him.
right.
That thing is not
Volume.
working.
Gotta raise the volume. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me or not really? Okay, Aninda, you need to fix the sound. Thank you.
With the Queen's Voice, QNS
It's
Voice.
not the volume is low. You gotta up the volume somehow.
We cover a lot of political people, a lot of stories. In general, we cover Queens.
All right. Okay, good afternoon to everyone. I'm gonna try to do the best we can before the technical difficulty is corrected. First of all, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. Happy pre-Memorial Day. And thank you for supporting the winning campaign. Come on, ladies. All right. That's right. And today is Dominican Mother's Day. So a happy Mother's Day to the Dominican mothers. A las Madres Dominicanas, felicidades. Pastora, gracias. Before I say anything, some of you know that when I talk, sometimes I get accused of being a preacher, and I think there's worse things to be accused of. But I'm going to ask one of our local pastors who's here to just say a pre-prayer for us to open up. I want to make sure that our atmosphere is right. So I'm going to ask Pastor Paulino, come on up. Por favor, esta es la pastora de la iglesia El Colván y va a hacer una oración. She's going to speak in Spanish because they told her that that's the language they speak in heaven.
Really?
It was a joke. Hello.
I got my
All right, wrong place. Go ahead, Gladys. Okay, that's the wrong place. Go ahead. Let's forget it. I need to forget it.
bendiciones a cada uno de ustedes.
Here you go, man.
Es una bendición estar aquí, porque sabemos que los pueblos, los presidentes y los reyes, que nos ponen y nos quita de Dios. Estamos aquí.
Siéntate ahí un minuto, 5 minutos.
Y si Él está aquí, es porque Dios quiere que sea así, para trabajar para la comunidad. Pero antes de comenzar,
So we're not gonna have a mic. Huh? If you couldn't do it, you should have told me. Okay. Okay, so can we set it up now or no? Yeah, try.
dice instrucciones sobre la oración. Dice, exhortó ante todo a que se hagan rogativas, oraciones, peticiones, acciones de gracia por todos los hombres, por los reyes y por todos los que están en eminencia, para que vivamos quieta y reposadamente en toda piedad y honestidad, porque esto es bueno y agradable delante de Dios, nuestro Salvador. Amén.
Amén.
Dice que es mandatorio nosotros como líderes religiosos hacer oraciones por las personas que están en autoridad. Así que nosotros en obediencia y en poniendo a Dios ante todo, que sin Dios es imposible hacer nada, felicitamos a todas ustedes, todas estas mujeres que están dando soporte, apoyo a este votación candidato para la asamblea el 25 de julio. De verdad que lo apoyamos y Dios le está dando oportunidades de que siga liderando esta comunidad, este sitio que Dios ha tomado para que hombres como Monserrate, mujeres como ustedes y hombres también tomen el control de esta comunidad y de esta ciudad. Vamos a orar. Si nos podemos levantar, por favor, están Luis, Emilio, Seco, para hacerle reverencia a Dios. Padre eterno, Padre amado, Señor, te damos gracias, Padre Dios, por este momento, por este niño, Señor, que tú has puesto en el corazón de Hiram Monserrate. Te pedimos, Señor, que tú le des sabiduría, que tú le des inteligencia, que tú pongas gracia en él, Señor, en todo lo que él va a hacer, que tú le des los recursos necesarios para que esta campaña, Señor, siga hacia adelante y que todo fluya de una manera poderosa en la vida de Monserrate y todo lo que lo apoyan, todo lo que lo apoyamos, todo lo que le estamos diciendo, sí, tú puedes. Te damos gracias, Señor, por este momento. Te damos gracias, Señor, porque todas estas mujeres y hombres han sacado este tiempo para ayudar y darle soporte y ayuda, Señor, a este candidato, a que él entre, Señor, nuevamente como asambleísta. Necesitamos hombres como Hiram Monserrate, que tienen el temor de Dios, que quieren gobernar con justicia y con juicio, Señor. Tú quieres hombres y mujeres, Señor, que gobiernen con sabiduría, con justicia, con juicio, para que el pueblo sea guiado, Señor, por ti, para que las bendiciones fluyan sobre esta ciudad, sobre comunidades, sobre esta nación, Señor. Queremos hombres como Monserrate, Señor, lleno del poder de Dios, lleno de la sabiduría de Dios, lleno de la inteligencia de Dios. Así, Señor, como el apóstol Pablo le dijo a Timoteo, que hiciera oraciones, rogativas, para que hubiera salud en la comunidad, hubiera paz en la comunidad. Así mismo nosotros en esta hora nos unimos, Señor, para que Monserrate sea escogido para estos últimos tiempos, donde lo malo es malo y lo bueno se mantenga para la gloria de Dios, y Dios le siga dando sabiduría, inteligencia, y ponga paz en esta comunidad, ponga paz en los gobiernos, ponga paz, Padre mío, sobre la familia. Señor, en el nombre de Jesús de Nazaret, ayúdalo y sigue dándole hombres y mujeres, Padre mío, llenos de fe y de temor de Dios, y que siempre estén soportados por la palabra de Dios, por la Biblia de Dios, por la guía de Dios, Señor, que tú no lo dejes desamparado, y que toda fuerza que quiera venir en contra de él, toda maldad, toda malicia, todo lo que se quiera levantar en contra del plan de Dios en la vida de Monserrate, queda inoperante en el nombre de Jesús de Nazaret. Amén. Y todo lo que es de Dios prevalece para que él siga hacia adelante. Lo bendecimos en esta hora, en el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Amén, amén. Ok, gracias, pastora. Gracias. Thank you, everybody. We want to thank Pastor. I'm not. You want to do that?
Yes, I have to. I
ahead,
always
go
forget
ahead,
her.
go ahead.
I'm so sorry that I am so sorry. A person that always helps, and I don't know why I do this, but I must thank Martha.
Where is Martha?
She was, I just saw her. Oh, okay. Yes, thank you so much for all of your help.
District Leader Martha Flores
That's
Vasquez.
right. Okay, she's a district leader out of Flushing, right?
That's right. That's
okay,
right.
Thank you. But she comes here to help. Okay? Thank you so much, Martha. I'm sorry about that, but I did.
Thank you. Don't turn me off, Beryl. Good afternoon again. Good afternoon. I want to say thank you to Beryl Major, another long-term East Elmhurst resident, because she has really taken the lead on the Women's Committee. out of here for a long time, former DC 37 rabble rouser, organizer, labor leader, and here today with us. I want to thank Martha Flores, our district leader, who's always here. Rosa Sanchez, our future district leader in the 34th Assembly. Ricardo Pacheco, also candidate for the Assembly. We thank him for all his love and support. I want to thank Aninda. Aninda is a one-man army. Aninda, who has put everything together. Thank you so much, Aninda. All right. I want to thank Pastor Paulino for being here. She's always also an East Elmhurst resident in our community. Wilson, in our community, and we thank her.
Dile a Linda, necesito que me mueva el carro de ahora mismo.
We thank her for the prayer. She took time out of her busy Sunday. You know, Sunday's a busy day for our local pastors to be here. To Malika, who is always present in the struggle. Malika, who took on the fight at Left Rack City for the voting machines with me. Former president of the Tenants Association, still on the board, making things happen. Thank you, Malika, for always believing in me. For Nellie Washington, I think all of us can call you Ma. We love you. There's so many people in this community who revere you. We thank you and we honor you. And all you, Miss Brown, Miss Conchetta Brown, and the Brown family who's here. And I want to thank Nira. I want to thank Tony and Christina. Everybody. I want to thank everybody. Santi, gracias a ti también. You know, I didn't mention too many men because this is a women's event. That's right, Elvita, tranquila. Thank you for your support. Marie Gale, thank you. Blanca Shania, we thank you. Sister Williams, thank you for being here. We love you, and I'll see you at church very soon. Monica, gracias. Anita, gracias. A todas. I wanted to say that this election is incredibly important for our communities. How many of you live close by? Raise your hand. You live close, Malika? All right? This is a community event. We're getting together as a community to have a discussion about the important issues that we are facing. And what are they? We know that crime is a real issue in our community. We see what's happening on Roosevelt Avenue, on 37th Avenue. We see the amount of criminal activity, prostitution houses, drug sales, people being robbed, their iPhones being stolen from their head. Women were having a real difficult time on the 7 train because of all the harassment that's happening. We see that. We need to change course on the issue of security. We need to build more schools in our local community. We're overcrowded. We're one of the most overcrowded school districts in the state of New York. We don't have enough hospital beds. We had COVID, and COVID showed us that we were not ready. So much that when okay, someone's in a rush. Happy Sunday. So much that when we were hit with the pandemic, what happened? We didn't have enough hospital beds. And then they brought in the freezer trucks. And that was a reality. It was a very ugly reality that we saw. But since the pandemic, we have not built one more hospital in Queens. Since the pandemic, we don't have additional hospital beds in Queens. So we're still not ready. So I want to take my message to Albany for this community. You see that Rite Aid on Walgreens? How many of us go there? Walgreens, right? The Rite Aids and the Walgreens are closing down. They closed down the one on 37th Street and 82nd Street. They're closing down the one on Junction Boulevard. I just found out Friday. The Rite Aid on Northern Boulevard and 85th and this Walgreens here are on a thin string because the amount of shoplifting that's happening in these stores are literally taking them out of business. So when our politicians in Albany made changes to the laws that were made to keep us safe and protect us, made changes, perhaps with the best of intentions, the negative implications of that was that people continue to do things over and over and over and over again with no ramifications. We need to change that. We need to make us our society and our state a safer place. We need more services for our seniors. All right? Mom and dad are seniors. They live with me right here in East Elmhurst. My two senior parents. And it boggles my mind how two seniors who worked their entire life and paid taxes here don't get the benefits of people who just walked in yesterday. And that's not right. I'm not against anyone. I support everyone and I love everyone. But I also know that there's people in this community and this city that have contributed over a lifetime and they're not treated as well as they should be. And so we're going to change that also. I want to make sure that we expand senior services to all our seniors, particularly those who have been here for so many years. And so, in closing, I'm going to ask everyone to get up for a picture, right? We're okay with the picture? Everyone's good? All right. Una foto. I'm going to say something in Spanish. Hang on a minute. I'm getting looks here and there. But le voy a dar. But I want to say this. For those of you who have lived in this community for over 30 years, raise your hand. 20 years, raise your hand. 10 years, raise your hands. Almost everybody here. Some people more than that, right, Nelly? When I first got elected to the city council in 2001, I will tell you this, a lot of you were there with me. This was a community you could be proud of. Our community was a cleaner place. It was a neater place. We had more civic organizations involved. We had more block parties. We had community. And we have lost a great sense of that. I want to bring it back to that because I experienced that. That's why I bought a home in this community, right? So I'm not just someone who's looking to run for office. I have roots in this community for decades, and I care about what happens because my son Jacob, who's going to be 5 years old next month, in 2 weeks, I want to make this community even better than when I got here. So I have a mission. I want to make it better for the next generation. And then finally, I want to make sure that everyone who comes to this community understands the richness of where they're at. The history that this community was and continues to be. So we're going to make history June 25th. But I need your help. All of you, this is easy, right? This is preaching to the choir. But I need each and every one of you now to talk to your neighbors, to talk to your family members, the members of your church, your mosque, your temple, wherever it is that you worship. Blanca, buenas tardes. Gracias por estar aquí. Gina, gracias. I want to just say that we need to make sure that everyone comes out when? June 25th, Election Day. We're not going to stay home, right? We're going to come out and vote. And we're going to make this happen. And then every time I walk by Gilmore Street or 102nd Street or Erickson Street or McIntosh or Ditmars Boulevard, I want to thank the Ditmars crew for being here. We're going to have an assembly person who's going to live here, who's going to work hard, and who's going to advocate for a better community, because that's what we all deserve. Right? Okay. I'm going to ask everyone to indulge me 30 seconds to make a PSA in Espanol, and then we're going to take the picture, and then we're going to eat. Le quiero dar las gracias a todos, particularmente las mujeres que están aquí, por apoyarme, Mónica. Ustedes todos son parte de esta victoria. Y les urjo que el día 25 de junio, no solamente ustedes, pero que ustedes salgan a movilizar los votantes de sus familias y de nuestra comunidad. El 25 tenemos una cita con la historia. Come on in, Donna. We got room for you. Come on in, Donna. Donna made it. She's my Jamaican secret weapon. All right? We got Caribbean flavor here with Donna. Come on, Donna. Sit down over here. Colombianos, ecuatorianos, dominicanos, colombianos, boricua, aquí hay de todo. All right. So we're gonna set up this picture now. So I'm gonna ask everyone to please come over here. We're gonna stand in front of the sign. Or do you want to stay where you're at? Oh, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay. Yeah. Okay. Everyone, come on over here. Everyone, come over here. Sister Nira. Hold on. I got Sister Nira. I need 30 seconds. Sister Nira is gonna say a few words. She's one of the great leaders of the Bangladesh community, a very strong and growing community here, and we cherish them. We honor them too.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nira. I'm from Bangladesh. So we all are ready for June 25th, right?
Yeah.
So we every single people who lives in this community here is Selmas, Corona Junction, Bluebird. So we all are ready for Brother Hiram Monserrate. And you know, Mr. Hiram Monserrate, he's a great person in this community who did lots of things last 24 years. I can say, because I live in this country 25 years, so I know him, he is my brother. I know he is my brother, but different mother, but still he is my brother. Brother Hiram, he is a great person for in this community. He is a great brother in this community. He is a great husband. And he is a great father. He is taking care of his children very well. So every single people who is here, my all lovely sister, my mother, my aunt, whoever at home, I say hello to everyone and comes out vote for June 25th, my brother Hiram Monserrate. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, sister. Wow. All right. Also, announcement, we need some of the women to get ready to make phone calls. Beryl will contact you, or you can call Beryl or Rosa or Santi. We need the women to come into the office. We're going to start making calls to make sure that all our neighbors know. When is the date? When is the date? June 25th. Early voting starts June 15. So we're going to have 9 days to mobilize people to vote. And we need everyone to vote. Because if you don't vote in this election, then you don't want to change anything. You can stay home and complain, or you can do something. And I'm part of the crew that wants to do something. When I call 911, because there are a bunch of illegal vendors and trucks and everything happening here, I want them to come. Well, we have to change that. But we're going to change that when your elected officials, instead of beating up on them, says, hey, we're going to support you, but you got to do your job. And you got to do your job with respect. You got to make sure that our community is protected and respected. And we will not accept anything less. That's the difference between what other leaders are presenting and what I'm presenting to this community. I want our community to be safe. I want it to be clean. And I want a better quality of life. I don't like what I see. And it has to change. Look, even yesterday I was on 104th Street. And there was a homeless man staying in front of someone's house for 3 days and would not leave. And the police said, oh, we can't move him. I said, what kind of society do we have? The gentleman clearly had emotional issues. He was sitting in front of someone's house in the rain and in the sun with a winter coat on for 3 days. And he was left there. So while they talk about defending people's rights, they're actually hurting people who are vulnerable, who need support. And so we have to change that. With your love, and I said love first because love trumps everything. With your love, with your support and your vote, we're going to make the changes to this community and this society that we need. So I'm going to ask everyone to come on up. Come on up, stand up, come up. We're going to take a picture here. Ladies first, gentlemen. The gentleman can stand somewhere else for the moment. Today, this moment is for the ladies. Yeah. Siéntate aquí. Ven la silla aquí. Yeah. You can sit right here. I need Sister Nellie. Where's Sister Nellie Washington? Right here. I need her close to me. No se me vaya. All right. Santi, el retrato de allá. Mi cámara, ¿dónde está? Where's my camera?